back here on the channel with Fabrizio, and today with a special guest, as I wanted to enter into the talks about Jude Bellingham. We know this transfer to Real Madrid is really close, not completed yet, but really close. And today I wanted to enter into kind of special Bellingham episodes with one of the journalists and a good friend who did an excellent job on Bellingham, as always, along the years at Borussia Dortmund. And so Patrick Berger from Sport 1 is here with us. Ciao, Patrick.
Ciao, Fabrizio. Come stai? Bene?
Congrats on your Italian. I'm very, very good. And again, congrats on your job you did for many years around Borussia Dortmund in general, German football, and in this case, Jude Bellingham, because now the big transfer is finally coming. No, we heard about this transfer for many and many times, also last summer, and always around Jude Bellingham, as he's a fantastic player. So I wanted to start asking you, how do you feel about this transfer in terms of how close it is right now? And then we enter into the reasons of his choice.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, first of all, Jude, for the credits. I just tried to keep on working like you did in the past or doing. So thanks for this. Yeah, I think it's very close right now. We all knew you were some of the first to call it out that he has a verbal agreement now with Real Madrid to earn about 20 million euro top salary with a long-term contract, as we heard, 6 years. So very close. His father with Juni Calafat, the kind of guy who is doing this stuff with Real Madrid. But the next huge step is to find a solution with Borussia Dortmund, and that's what we heard from the Borussia Dortmund side. It's still no official approach, no offer went in Dortmund, but they expect that it's going to happen soon. Borussia Dortmund is in a crucial time now to win maybe the title in Germany after 2012. So big things coming ahead for Borussia Dortmund. So what we heard, Real Madrid want to respect it. They don't want to make any trouble with Borussia Dortmund. But we all know from the other side that Florentino Perez is a good friend of Hans-Joachim Watzke, the CEO of Borussia Dortmund. And I think that they're going to find a solution. But of course, Real Madrid should have to pay a huge amount, 150 million euro. Is that what Borussia Dortmund wants to see?
Yeah, and I 100% agree on all the things you said, but I also wanted to ask you on another point that I think is a crucial point of this story. Why Real Madrid? So we know that Bellingham said yes to Real Madrid, there is an agreement on the contract, everything is ready on the player side, but why Real Madrid? Because you always mentioned that he wanted kind of historical club, no? A club with a big history, with also, for example, the fans and these kind of factors to be a crucial point. Why? And if you can tell more about this to us.
Yeah, of course. This is what I told you always, that he wants to or don't want to go to a kind of plastic club. He's someone who loves to see a passion in the whole city, in like he played in the past for Birmingham. This is a worker club with a big history, with worker kind of fans, a worker city. The same with Borussia Dortmund, the city Dortmund. People are crazy with Borussia Dortmund. And so this is something like he wants to see in his future as well. He wants to, have a big relationship with the fans. It's incredible what he's doing at Dortmund. He has like special effects with the fans. They shouting and celebrating. They cheering after him. Jude. These are the big shouts in Signal Iduna Park. You hear it every Saturday. This is like kind of crazy thing, and he decided for himself, he and also his family, they are very, very important. Joby, his brother, of course, Mark, his father, Denise, she's living in Dortmund with him since now 3 years. So for them, they, decided for themselves as a family that they don't want to go to some clubs like plastic clubs that are ruled by sheikhs like Manchester City, like owners from a big country like Paris Saint-Germain, or maybe Chelsea with manager Todd Bowley, who has like, I would say, a kind of crazy transfer strategy. So he wants to see like clear football with a clear philosophy, a big historical club. So I think it would be a perfect thing with Real Madrid and a perfect fit.
Yeah, and also about that, we know that Manchester City, I think more than other clubs, no, because Man United, of course, all the clubs around Europe appreciate the player, but I think Manchester City and Liverpool are the two clubs that were really in the race to sign Bellingham because of Man United club sale, and this is not helping, of course, in the timing. Also, other reasons around other clubs, as you mentioned, Chelsea have signed Enzo Fernandez, and so I don't see any kind of big transfer for that money in that position. Maybe something different, yes, but not for that money. I wanted to ask you, what was your feeling when Liverpool and Man City also approached the player, and if Erling Haaland was also trying to convince him? So I think this is normal in football, no? Of course, players are not agents, but sometimes they send messages, they call the friends.
Of course. Agent Haaland. I think it was the same like with Manuel Akanji in summer. Erling tried everything to get Manuel Akanji. He said to Pep and other people around City, hey, you have to buy this guy. He's a top defender, and you see it now.
Not
so
bad.
I would say, of course, yeah, not bad. Of course, it's like quite the same with Bellingham. They all try it. They all try to persuade, to convince him. He was like, what I heard, very interested also in joining Liverpool, in joining the concept of Jurgen Klopp, who's a big fan of Jude Bellingham. But very early they, told everyone it's too expensive for us, the total package. We need a reinforcement in summer with 2 or 3 players in the midfield. So it's too much for them to, to buy him for 150 million euro. And with City, I told it's not the kind of club he wants. And what I heard also, his father, Mark Bellingham, he's like very critical with Manchester City. So I would say it's going to be Real Madrid. But I don't know, Fabrizio, what your kind of view is. We know also that United try to, I don't know if they try to hijack, but they are also a club thinking about him, and also a club, when we look back 3 years ago, he was like close to join them also. It was a decision between United and Borussia Dortmund. He was at Carrington with Cantona, with Sir Alex Ferguson. He saw everything, like the training ground and so on. So I don't know if this could something interesting in the past for him, in the future for him, but I think it's too much money for them, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And now with Real Madrid in that position, I think they have an incredible match point, no? So it's kind of match point. This is the feeling also, for example, at Man City, that now it's going to be very difficult to change the story, but we know in the transfer market, we never know until the contracts are signed, but the feeling is very clear for Real Madrid. Before letting you go, I have 2 final questions for you to enter into the world of Jude Bellingham. The first one is about Jude himself. If you can tell us more about Jude behind the scenes, how is Jude as you leave Borussia Dortmund every single day, every single week on a daily basis with quality job, and so how is the Jude Bellingham guy, not just the Jude Bellingham player? How do you feel when you see him? How he changed it in this year at Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah, when I look back 3 years ago, everyone said, hey, he's 16 years old. They pay around 25 million euro for 16 years old. And we all knew the story of Birmingham retiring his jersey. And I was like, okay, for a 16 years old guy, it's crazy, isn't it? First of all, I want to see him playing. I want to make my own like feeling. Yeah. And I don't know, 3 years later, I must say it's outrageous. His performances, it's crazy. It's just one of the best midfielders so far. He's the 3rd captain at Borussia Dortmund after Marco Reus and Mats Hummels with 19 years old. And there's a very good sentence from Edin Terzic, the manager, the coach of Borussia Dortmund. He says, every time, Jude is the eldest 19 years old I knew. So he's very, very, like on point with this kind of sentence. But of course, there are some kind of Jude was like beefing in the past with players like Axel Witsel, the former Borussia Dortmund player, in the dressing room when it's like on tactical things. He's sometimes a bit rude and unpolite when it's going to like Nico Schulz. He was like shouting after him at the or on the pitch. So he had like some troubles, like some moments with the team players. Of course, Emre Can said in the past he sometimes need to, I don't know, change a bit his attitude, need to be more like a team player. Sometimes he is like someone who wants to do everything alone. These are some points he really needs to improve. He needs to adapt especially when he gonna join a big club with Real Madrid, where he's just not the one and only star. He is like with players then with Modric, with Kroos, with Benzema. So he needs to adapt, and these are some things like he needs to change his mind. But on the other hand, you can say it's a good kind of personality because he hates to lose. He always wants to win. And he was never too late. He was never too late at the training, not like with Jadon Sancho, for example, who was always too late coming to the training and stuff like this. So he's like a top guy and very honest, and sometimes a kind of rude. I don't know how we often, when I talk to him, I heard the sentence or the word fuck. So this is like the Birmingham kind of accent he's using.
And then the final one is an opinion, I would say, not a transfer news, but just an opinion, because I always had a feeling that one day Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham will play together again. Do you have the same feeling? So if you can predict that, it's just putting €1 kind of odd on that. It's not it's not a transfer prediction, but you feel that one day it will happen. I don't know if in Madrid or wherever else. I don't know. We will see in the future. But you have a feeling that Jude and Erling will be together again.
Yeah, I think so. If Jude decides now to really join them, Real Madrid, and if the big transfer, one of the biggest, I think in the summer is going to happen, then I would say, why not? Because we all know that Erling, that Real Madrid is like here on the top for him. He's dreaming, of course, he and his father, to play there in the future. So why not? I can really imagine to see them both playing at Real Madrid, to mention this club. I think you have the same feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be in Madrid, or we will see, because Erling is very happy at City now. So we have to see how it will evolve. But I agree with you that there is a very good chance for them to play together, also because they are big friends. And so we hope to see these two fantastic players together. But Patrick, thank you. Guys, remember to follow him also on Twitter, on Instagram, on all the social media. He's doing an excellent job on German football and not only. And thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Fabrizio. It
was a super pleasure, guys. Remember, as always, to be here on the channel, to subscribe, to send in your comments, and see you soon. Ciao.